Good morning, everyone. It's Karen Hooley, and I'm so glad to finally be here again. It's been a long time. It's been 3 weeks. I'm really surprised how fast it went and how long it went. So good to see all of you. For those of you who don't know, the last couple weeks, Wednesday before Thanksgiving, I had so much going on with Thanksgiving that I needed to take the day off, and I don't know if you guys know, on YouTube, I now have a community. So I've been posting updates in the community tab. So if I'm not going to be online, you might want to check that first to see if I posted anything. If it's an emergency and I'm not able to get on there, I won't post. And then last week I did post as well that I was with my daughter and I needed to help her. She actually before Thanksgiving contracted COVID. And so the Sunday after Thanksgiving, I went up to help her out with my grandson so her husband can go to work. And I ended up getting snowed in up there. So, yeah, so it was kind of nuts last week. And then when I got home, my husband had surgery. And then Sunday, I tested positive for COVID. I'm doing okay. I just have a cough and a little bit of a stuffy nose, but nothing, no fevers, no symptoms other than that. So I just wanted to let you guys know I am okay. I'm going to be checking in and make sure I'm not positive later on this week. But anyway, I just wanted to say hello first, and I'm going to pop into chat and see who's all here. Linda's here. Nurse Daisy keeping me. Oh, you've got the flu. Oh, I'm so sorry. But yeah, it's nice when you have an animal that wants to sleep on you. I was kind of like that on Sunday when I wasn't feeling so hot and I realized that I needed to test myself. So yes, cats are wonderful for that. So good morning, Linda. I hope you're feeling better. Dawn, good morning. It's so good to see you here early. Congrats. I guess today's your day off. So I'm glad to see you here. Good morning, Stephanie. It's good to see you. I'm so glad you're here. And Laura, good morning. It's good to see you as well. It's been a little bit since I've seen you here too. And Renee, good morning, Renee. It's good to see you. So glad you're here. And Liz, good morning. Happy holidays. Yeah, I've got my frame with a little bit of a Christmassy type of frame. I thought that was kind of cute. So I had to put that up there and match everything so that the colors kind of worked. And Shirley, good morning. It's good to see you. And Linda says that a little alpaca is cute. Yes, it is cute. Yeah, I decided to change things up a little bit. And Teresa, good morning from cold Utah. It's cold here too. I hope you guys are staying warm. We had snow Sunday and Monday. Really a lot on Sunday overnight, and then Monday morning we had a lot. Yesterday it wasn't too bad. We didn't have any snow, but we're supposed to get more snow tomorrow. So I'm trying to stay warm. I got snowed in up in my daughter's house up in Spokane. So I don't like driving in snow much. So as long as it's slushy and it's wet and it's not icy, I'm good. But no. And glad to hear. Also, okay, fingers crossed. Thank you. My daughter's doing great. She's pretty much over it. She may have a little bit of a lingering cough, but she's doing great. My grandson was fine, and I'm doing great. So hopefully, everybody here is doing great. I know Linda's got the flu. But if I'm losing, my voice has been cracking in and out too because of the weather with being so dry, even though I've got humidifiers running and all the things, the saline and all that. I still tend to crack a little. I have some cough drops just in case I have any coughing fits. But okay, so first things first, let's talk about the giveaway because we all know I do a giveaway. And I'm going to share the screen here really quick. Hang on a second. There we go. Okay, so today I'm going to put this up on the screen first. I am giving away a copy of Morning Sunrise, and I'm going to scroll a little so you can actually see the shawl on my website. This is Morning Sunrise. I'm going to do some picture flipping here just so you guys can see him. different pictures. I really love how this one turned out. It's gorgeous. I love the yarn. The yarn is from Sweet Mountain Crafts. It's gorgeous yarn. I'm going to hold up the original here. It's so pretty. It's a crescent shape shawl. Works side to side, so you're working the edging at the same time that you're working the main body. It would be beautiful in all sorts of yarns. I can see it in a sparkle yarn, but the pattern also has the yarn and colorway that I used here. If you're interested in this colorway it's her scree yarn. It's I can't remember the name of the color, but it just reminded me of the sunrises here in the Pacific Northwest, the colors that we get. So that's why it got named what it got named and why I chose to design it the way I designed it. So Morning Sunrise, I'm going to put that back up on the screen here really quick. Morning Sunrise is what I'm giving away. And in order to enter to win the copy of the shawl, all you need to do is type in #sunrise, and that will get you an entry to win a copy of this pattern. Now, for those of you, because I wasn't here last week, that was the plan, is to give it away last week. But Monday was the last day for the discount on the pattern. So if you don't win it and you want to purchase it, I don't have a discount for you this time, but make sure you enter to win a copy because you can still get it for free. I'm going to take that off the screen here for a second. I saw a few more people pop in. Judy's here. Good morning. Good to see you, Judy. I'm so glad you're here. And Kelly's here. Good morning. It's good to see you. I'm so glad you're here too. I hope you are staying warm because I know up there in the cold north, you guys have been getting a lot of snow. I hope you're not snowed in or anything. So good morning. And Judy too. I know that you guys get a lot of snow up there. So hopefully you guys are doing great. Oh, and then there's Stephanie. He is here. Hi, Stephanie. Good morning. I'm glad to see you here. Is this your first time in my live streams? I don't recognize your name for some reason, but I'm glad you're here. I'm so glad you're here. Okay, so I'll put the code back up in a minute, because I'm sure as I go along, there'll be other people who will pop in. So I wanted to get started, first of all, because if you are a subscriber to my newsletter, and if you're not, I'm going to put that banner up right now. If you're not a subscriber to my newsletter, here is the link to subscribe to my newsletter. I'm going to have a lot more information going through my newsletter, but I did want to tell you guys that I opened up the Crochet Crew for my newsletter subscribers, but you guys, I consider you guys kind of into my part of my newsletter. I mean, the newsletter gets special perks because they let me into their inbox all the time, but I always tell you guys too after the fact. But I have opened up my Crochet Crew, and I'm going to bring that page up here really quick. Okay. Hang on one second. There we go. So I didn't create a banner for this. I need to do that. Let me do that really quick. All right. So I'm going to put the Crochet Crew banner here. That's the page that I'm showing you right now on the screen, is the Crochet Crew. The Crochet Crew is a membership site. I'm opening it to the public. For those of you who are already members or have already subscribed, this is going to be kind of a refresher, but I just want to let you guys know I've changed it from this year. This year it was a pattern club. Next year it's a full-blown membership site. I'm almost done with getting the current catalog of Ad Fury video instruction up and ready to go. I've got just a few more videos to get processed and put up, but and then those of you who've already signed up will automatically have access to that. And then there is going to be three. I'm going to try to do three this year, crochet alongs. The first one is a full quarter and it's private, only to the crochet crew. And for those of you who haven't heard this before, it's going to be let's get our whips done kind of thing. So we are going to, at the beginning of the quarter, get figure out how many of our works in progress that we need to finish, and it could be just blocking and putting buttons on or sewing in ends or whatever it is that needs to be done, that kind of thing. But we're going to have prizes at the end of March, so if you want to get in on that, you have to be a part of the crew. There'll be a mystery crochet along sometime later this year, or 2023, not this year, 2023. And there'll be one other crochet along that I haven't determined yet what it's going to be. But once I do, I will let people know. You'll also get additional discounts to the crew, that are not to the crew, but that are available to the crew. So I might do a special sale on patterns just for the crochet crew, or I might do a special discount for a class that I'm offering, that kind of thing, that I don't offer to anybody else. So it's part of the crew. Every Monday morning at 8 a.m. Pacific time, I will be doing a 30-minute live stream with all the behind the scenes. That means you're going to get to see stuff that nobody gets to see until patterns are released, that kind of thing. So that's really exciting. Plus, we'll do other things as well on those live streams. And because I'm doing that, I'm going to be starting in January. I'm only going to be going live on YouTube twice a month instead of every week. So just be prepared for that. You'll also have access to our private community, which is a Facebook group right now. And that is open to you, only the people who are subscribed to the crew. And you can meet each other. We'll have all the information that you need about patterns and stuff like that will all be there. Every pattern that I release to the public, as that is a brand new pattern, is going to be free to Crochet Crew subscribers. You'll have monthly live chats with me I was going to originally do it on Zoom, but I'm going to be doing it on Google Meets now because of some other things that are changing in the background. So I'm no longer going to be using Zoom. So if you're interested in that, you'll get a monthly, it'll be an hour-long chat where we can just bring our crochet and we can, or if you're a knitter, if you're knitting too, you can knit something and we'll just, have a chat. We can ask questions. We can talk to each other, share our projects, that kind of thing. And then there's two different types of payments. It's one, either you can pay monthly or you can do a one and done type of payment, which you pay for a year. Now, I'm going to show you the pricing here. But before I do that, I just want to make sure that you guys know it's an amazing community. The people who are part of the crew this year and the Pattern Club part of it have been wonderful, helping each other out. When someone posts a finished pattern picture, they've been great, answering questions if I don't get in there quick enough, that kind of thing. So I want that to continue. So we are mainly a community with a lot of perks. So, and more is coming as we grow. I have so many ideas. Now I did do what do you call it? A video, a Zoom call last week with the behind the scenes kind of thing. If you're on my newsletter, make sure you click on that link to watch it. I did update the video a little bit and took out all the special pricing that I had for the people who attended the Zoom call. But I do have a coupon for you guys, and I'll tell you about that in just a second. If the regular pricing here right now is $19 a month or $209 a year, and you'll get a month free when you pay yearly. If you click join us, and when you click join us, it will bring you to a login screen. If you decide you want to do the annual subscription, I'm going to show you really quick. I'm going to click on the annual subscription and you fill out the information and you put in here, there's a discount code and I'm going to show it to you. It's early bird. Oops, I can't spell either. Early bird. And you hit apply. You're going to pay for your first year $189 for your first year. And then starting January 1st, 2024, you'll pay $209 a year. And the key thing you need to know about this is just for your first year, the $189 using early bird. $209 though, if you purchase this year before the end of December, or before I if it, for any reason I decide to raise my pricing on this, which is very possible with all the things I have coming down the pike, I may raise it a few dollars. You are grandfathered into the $209 per year. So I just wanted to make you guys aware of that, how that works. I don't have discounts on the month-to-month pricing only because the system doesn't allow for that. So I can do that only in certain circumstances, and I cannot do that for this particular launch. So I'm hoping that in the future, because the people who do the software are doing some behind the scenes stuff that might allow me to do that in the future, but not right now. So the only discount right now is on the annual. So I just wanted to show you guys that. And if there's anything else before I move on from that, I'm going to take this off the screen. And if does anybody have any questions, I see some comments here. Let's see. Judy has no snow. That's good. Not too bad. Temp above 0 finally. That's great. Yay, Stephanie, first time catching a live. That's awesome. Great to see you. I'm so glad you're here. And I just saw Jet1In come in, and she posted the code for the free pattern. So I'm so glad you're here, Jet1In. Okay, so anybody, before I go any further, anybody have any questions about the crochet crew at all? I'm going to take that off. Oh, and there's Jet1In. Happy to see you too. I'm so glad you're here. Anybody else have any questions? I know most of you probably have seen the video or were on the live stream, or have heard about it or have been a part of the Pattern Club. So I just wanted to get that out there before we did anything else. Okay, so let's talk about what's new in the studio. I'm really excited to share some things. First, I want to show you what I've been working on. It's Christmas season, obviously. And the only handmade gifts that are happening this year are for my grandson. So bear with me. So the first thing I'm going to show you is this little sweater. I still have to seam it and put a button on it and block it. But this is a little sweater for my grandson. This is a pattern from Petite Knits. And Stephanie, I think you're here, right? And I told you I was going to send you patterns, and I just remembered that as I was talking. PetiteKnit.com or PetiteKnits.com, I think. It's with an S at the end. She's out of Sweden, I think, somewhere out that way. And this is her pattern, and it's knitted. This is knitted. And my daughter saw it, and she really liked it. It's got, you can see I've got all these things. It's got a folded hem, so I've got to sew the hem in, and then I've got to sew the hem at the bottom of the sleeve of both the sleeves and the hem of the sweater, and then I've got to weave in all the ends. And there's a button here that goes on to. I don't have the button yet. I need to go find one to button it closed in the back. But isn't that cute? It just turned out fabulous. I love it. It's made with, I had an extra hank. I bought an extra hank just in case. Cascade 220 fingering. It's non-superwash. So fortunately, my daughter understands superwash and non-superwash. So she's probably one of the only people I will ever make something that's non-superwash and know that she'll take care of it. So this is called the Anchor sweater. Anchor is, I think, is one of her children. But it's Anchor sweater. So that is the first gift. So that one's almost done. I mean, it's literally almost done. The second one I'm making is actually being made with Remix Light from Barocco. And this is called Teddy Pants. I'm actually still working on, I just joined last night the two pant legs. You make the pant legs separately, and then you join them in the round. And then you knit the top, and it's basically like a little pantsuit type thing with like overalls. And in her picture, and I don't have the pattern here in front of me to show you, and I just dropped a stitch, so hang on, guys. There we go. Hang on. Oops. This is what I get for moving things around. Okay. So the picture has a hand embroidered like little teddy bear face that's, free-handed. Because of the color I'm doing this in, I actually found a picture of a Winnie the Pooh, who happens to be my favorite cartoon character. I've always, since I was a child, I still remember when I got my first stuffed Winnie the Pooh. I found an embroidered face of Winnie the Pooh. So I'm going to be using that sulky. You can print on it. It's a piece of paper that you can print on and you can use it. It sticks onto the fabric and you embroider the whatever the image is on it. And then when you wash it the first time, the paper dissolves and disappears. So I'm going to be doing that for James. I'm very excited about that too. So that is also a petite knits pattern, Stephanie, if you're looking for patterns. It's called Teddy Pants. So there you go. So, oh, Liz, yes, that sweater has a beautiful. I found this on the web. Oh, my phone just did something weird. Hang on a second. Let me shut down my phone. That was weird. I haven't done that in a long time. There we go. Okay, I have a setting so that it doesn't listen to my voice and tries to do stuff. Okay, so anyway, yes, so it's got a gorgeous yoke. I love that anchor sweater. In fact, she has it in an adult size, and I'm really considering buying the pattern for that and making it for me. It's really a fun and easy pattern. So it's worked from the neck down, and I really, really like that. And Stephanie says, thank you. I forgot you were going to send me some patterns. I'll check them out. Yes. She's the only thing about her patterns that I'll be honest with, it's she has no charts in it. She has no schematics. So I don't know about her adult patterns. I haven't bought any of her adult patterns, but her children's patterns don't have schematics in it. So you have to kind of, she gives you some measurements, you know, like what the chest width and that kind of thing is. But you kind of have to, eyeball it and make sure your gauge is on. Otherwise, you may be off a little. So this is just one of those things. Kelly, you've made anchor summer shirt that I did a rib that I did the rib twisted, and it makes that yoke. Oh, that's an idea. I didn't even think about that. I was thinking it's going to stand out really well once I block it too. But I really, really like that. That yoke. That yoke is so pretty. Do you remember, Kelly, if the adult patterns have schematics in it? I know her kids don't, so I'd be curious to know what you know about that. So, okay, so that's what I'm working on. Those are the only two projects right now I have on. Well, I take that back. I have yarn wound. I just got yarn from someone, and I'm just making two patterns that are super secret patterns for next year. I can't tell you who it is. I can't tell you what they are, but I have one that the yarn is wound, and I'll probably start working on that sometime this week. So I can't show you that, but I do have some crochet going on. You don't believe so? Okay, so she probably doesn't have charts. So Stephanie, that's just something to know, and everybody, petite knits, if she probably doesn't have charts. Okay. So that's what I'm working on. I also have a video that's almost done that I'll be launching in January. It's a series. And I should mention this too. The videos that I'm working on are for old patterns that are going to be released to the public. Now, those patterns, for those of you who are interested in the Crochet Crew, may or may not be available for free. Because they are old patterns and have been around for a while, excuse me, I'm not launching them as a new pattern. I'm going to be launching them as video for an old pattern. Now, while I am updating the patterns and getting the layouts done in my own new layout program and all that kind of thing, because they're old patterns, it's basically a refresh. So there may be some that I will do as a reboot and allow you to get those for free, but I just wanted to let you know. However, you will have the ad-free videos available for those patterns. So just a little note, and I'm working on that. I can't bring it over because it's in a spot where if I move it, I'm going to lose some stitches. So I don't want to do that. Even though it's crochet and I can easily do it up, I have it set up to finish the last part of the video, and I don't want to do that yet. So anyway, that is what I'm working on. Okay, so anybody, oh, I forgot to mention, I should put this at the bottom of the screen. If you guys have any questions for me, um, anything at all, because that's after I show you all the new stuff, that's pretty much it to talk about. If you have a question for me, just type Q, a space, and then your question, and I'll scoop them up and answer them as either as they come in, if they pertain to something that I'm talking about, or they are, or I'll answer after I do all the show and tell kind of thing. So just so you guys know. Okay, so I got some new yarn in the studio. You guys, if you know, um, uh, Knit Picks and We Crochet. They're two separate websites, but they share the same yarns and all that kind of thing. So I ordered We Crochet. Well, I'm sure Knit Picks was having a sale too, but We Crochet was having a sale, and I really wanted some yarn for a lace weight sweater that I was going to be doing. Might even be in my own size, just because it might be in my own size. So I bought this gloss. They had it on sale for like under $4 a hank. So it was like shipped. It was like $15 for this yarn. This is their gloss lace. It's in the color Clarity. Isn't that gorgeous? It's kind of a powdery blue. It's got a little bit of a purple undertone that you can't really see on the screen. But this is their gloss lace. I'm going to put the link to it up on the screen here. It is 70% merino wool, 30% silk, which I love lace weight. That's a merino silk. It's a hand wash. And then it comes in, let's see, it's a 50 gram hank, 440 yards. And when it was on sale before Thanksgiving, I didn't get it until I got back from my daughters, but before Thanksgiving, I got it for under $3 a hank. So I've got 4 hanks. So I've got what, 440. Oh, let's see. That's over almost 1,800, I guess. Just under 1,800. I can't add right now yards, but that's more than enough for a sweater. So you might be seeing me working on that in the future. And also, they also do this thing, and there it is. They also do this thing where they work with some of their designers and they collaborate on things. Some of their designers are not only just crochet designers, they do other things. And they happen to have this. I'm going to take that off the screen. They happen to have this on as a feature. And so I ordered it. This is just one of their dyers, or one of their designers does watercolors. And she was doing prints of sheep. And so I had to buy it because it was just too cute from We Crochet. So I'm going to get a frame for it and have it. It's hanging up here in my office. I have some other sheep that I've already got framed that I need to put up. So this will go with them. So it's really cute. So it's just like a postcard. It's a 4x6 print. So anyway, I thought that was cute. So I had to show you guys. It's really cute. Okay. So that was the first yarn I got in. And then the second yarn I got in is from Granite State Yarns. I follow her on Facebook or on Instagram. And I had never bought her yarn before. And she's had this colorway and I had to get it. So I got 2 hanks of this. I'm not 100% sure what I'm going to do with it yet. But it's called the Holly and the Ivy. So it's Christmas colors, red and green. Here's the other hank. Here we go. There's 2 hanks here. They were in a Ziploc. So she does beautiful dye work. And the yarn is so soft. This is her Granite State sock. It's 75 superwash merino, 25% nylon. It's 100 gram hank and 463 yards. So I have a feeling I'm going to be designing something next year for the holidays with this. So be watching for that. You'll probably see those on the hook as well. But the colors are, I mean, the screen is not doing them justice. She's got just a little bit of fading with the white in there, but it's mostly red and green. It's just gorgeous. The colors are amazing. So I'm really excited to work on these. So that's Granite State Yarns. She's out of Vermont or New Hampshire. I can't remember. New Hampshire. She's out of New Hampshire. So, and she does, it's all hand dyed small batch. And so that is the other yarn I got. So that is all the things I have to share. Let me see. I saw some things coming in. Don't oh, I love the color. Teresa, are you talking about this one? I love this color. It's a really pretty powder blue. And it's really gorgeous. And then Laura says, our daily dose of fiber. I don't remember what you were saying. What I'm not sure what you were commenting on there, but yes, but you guys get to see some new dyers and some new yarns that are in my studio. You'll notice that this is starting to dwindle. So excited that those are starting to dwindle. I'm getting through those projects. So, and you guys know that worsted weight is not usually my favorite yarn to work with, but you know, I've got to do some things with that too. So, there you go. Other than that, like I said, I'm working on behind the scenes on the Crochet Crew stuff. That's going to be going live around the 15th for those who have joined before then. And then anybody who joins after will have access to all of that. And then also, now I'm trying to remember. I'm also working on, I just saw it over there. My free pattern of the year this year for 2022 was Southwest Spice. I don't have it here with me. It's in another room. I was using it for some photos and stuff, but oh wait, maybe I did bring it back. Oh no, didn't bring it back. Anyway, Southwest Spice, I can probably show it to you here. Let me do this. Okay. All right, let me make sure I put that on the screen here for you guys. Okay, so Southwest Spice. This is the free pattern of the year for anybody who subscribes to my newsletter and or is a current subscriber. It is going to become a paid pattern on January 1st, 2023. So if you are not a newsletter subscriber, subscribe now. And I gave you the link earlier, the YouTube. I'll put it back up just so you have it. There you go. I'm going to be doing in the future, I'm going to be doing some QR codes for this instead of using URLs. But for right now, it's KarenHooley.com/YT subscribe. So if you're interested in getting this pattern, January 1st, it becomes a paid pattern. And then on January 1st, I have a brand new pattern. So if you are already a subscriber to my newsletter and you haven't gotten this, shoot me an email and I will send you a link to get it. And I will also have it in my final email that's going out on December 20th. That will be my last actual official newsletter for the year. I will have a couple updates, or before the end of the year, I'll be sending out some reminders, and it might be in that as well. But anyway, that is this year's free pattern. I already have next year's free pattern. I'm not going to show it to you. I'm not going to tell you about it or anything yet. But if you are already a subscriber to my newsletter on January 1st, you will get an email with a link to download that new free pattern. So if you're not a subscriber, now's the time to get on because you'll get 2 free patterns right off the bat. One for this month and one in January. And then after that, anybody who subscribes will be able to get, that's a new subscriber, will be able to get that free pattern for next year. And then every year in January, I always add a new pattern. The previous years goes to a paid pattern, and then the new year pattern goes up for free. So that's one of the perks of being a newsletter subscriber. So if you're interested in that, make sure you check that out as well. So I just saw the finished pattern. I've got it on the mannequin here in my office. So because I really like how it looks, and it's just kind of nice to look at. So that is another thing I'm working on behind the scenes. For those of you who are in the Pattern Club, the last pattern of the Pattern Club is going out next week. So be watching for that. Other than that, I'm opening it up to discussion. You can ask me questions. You can make comments. You can talk. Oh, and I should mention really quick, one more time. Hang on. I'm giving away morning sunrise today. So if you're new to the live stream, if you haven't already, you can go ahead and enter to win by typing in #sunrise, and you will get an entry in to win a free copy of Morning Sunrise. I'm going to go ahead and hold it up here really quick. I'm going to take that off the screen so you can see me. Here's the original. It's a beautiful shawl done. The colors, I can't remember the name of the colorway right now, but it's from Sweet Mountain Crafts yarn out of Wyoming. So beautiful colorway. And she does still have it. So it's something that is still available. So anyway, anybody have any questions, comments, anything you want to say, anything you want to ask me about? It could be anything. I know it's been 3 weeks since we've seen each other. So, and I've had a lot of stuff on my plate, as well as a lot of stuff on my mind with people being sick and stuff. So, and my husband having surgery last Friday. So, he just had a relief. Well, he had carpal tunnel. And when we were first married, he had the relief surgery. And this surgery was a cleanup because his right hand was having problems. And so nowadays they do a cleanup and fix. So hopefully his pain goes away. So we'll see. Anyway, anything else, guys? Anything you guys want to talk about? I want to make sure I didn't miss something. Any of you guys working on stuff for the holidays? I know I showed you my 2 gifts that I'm working on. Anybody else got some stuff? Oh, I saw Teresa posted, yes, the blue. I love this color. Blue, everything is, blue is my favorite color. So I have to, if I see something that I really, really like and I'm considering using it for myself, it's probably going to be blue 9 out of 10 times. Okay. Anybody else? Questions? Otherwise, we can log off early too. I'm just trying to see. It's a little past 9:30 my time. I don't know. I'm kind of hoping that next week I'll be able to show you that teddy pants done. Maybe not with all the embroidery on it, but at least done. Okay. Oh, I see some things. Okay. So Teresa says, I'm trying to crochet 4 Afghans for gifts. Oh my gosh. Have you gotten through any of them? Are you in progress with them all? Or are you doing one at a time? How are you doing this? Oh my gosh, Teresa, that's how many days we have left? Wow. I'm going to wish you good luck on that. Liz, sleeves. So many crochet sweater patterns have the sleeves perpendicular. Oh, you mean talking like they're like this instead of like this sweater where like that? Yes, I'll be honest with you. That's a pet peeve of mine. I do teach a class on, in fact, I'm going to be teaching it in the future, a class called Top-Down Sweaters Crochet Style. And it's a raglan sweater style thing. And raglan sweaters, the way they're made, they force your sleeves to go down. There's a lot of crocheters right now who they do the drop sleeve thing, or they do the just a straight sleeve without any shaping. And you'll notice in my book, Modern Italian Lace Crochet, I have a couple of drop sleeve sweaters, but I do shaping in the sleeves, and that helps with bringing them down instead of being perpendicular. That's a pet peeve of mine. I'm working on some crocheted sweaters that'll be coming out sometime next year. They're not part of the pattern club. They're going to be in a book. But they are going to be fitted sleeves. And, it depends on who the designer is. I know a lot of the influencer crocheters do the perpendicular sleeves because they use granny squares, or they use non-shaping or drop sleeves, that kind of thing. You can do that with a baby, honestly, but you can't do that with With adult sweaters, it's hit and miss with how all of this looks when you're wearing the sweater. And I'm not a fan, and I understand that. So hopefully you'll get some sweaters from me next year that are much better in that respect. I don't know what else to tell you. I think it's just laziness on the designer's part. I did drop sleeves in my modern Italian lace crochet because I wanted that book to be more about the lace that I was using rather than the design I was using. So I was using simpler patterns, especially for the sleeves, but I did do the shaping so that they weren't perpendicular. So I don't know what else. I don't know what else to say, but I understand that completely. That's a pet peeve of mine. Kelly's hoping to get a pair of knitted socks done for your sister that is an EMT. Oh, cool. Yep, I've actually got a pair of socks on the knitting needles too, and I forgot to bring them up. The second one's almost done, so it's just kind of a project I do when I feel like I need a break from everything else. So, or when I am watching football, because that's about all I can do when I'm watching football. Oh, help. Yeah. Are you using like a DK weight or worsted for those? Or are you using just regular sock yarn? I'd be curious to see what you're making for her on her job. Okay. Dawn is making, oh, you're making my market bag for gifts. That's great. My son is actually starting to make my market bag. So hopefully I'll get a picture of him either working on it over the holiday or with a finished bag. I don't know. He said he was going to bring it with him for the holidays. So we'll see. I'm excited. I'm great. Send me pictures. I'd love to see how they turn out. Trying to get all the girls teachers. One more to go. That's not bad. You're doing pretty well if you've only got one more to go. That's great. I don't think I've ever made a handmade gift for the kids' teachers. I'm trying to remember now if I ever did. Oh, I think I did when they were younger. I think I did scarves for the teachers. Oh, and your blankets are about all half done. Oh, that's not bad then. You're not too far along. I mean, you're pretty far along, so that's great. Good idea. Working on one every night. That's a good idea. That's kind of how I am with the James's presents. Is that's kind of what I do during at night after dinner. Is that's my work on personal projects time if I'm not doing something else during the evening. So that is what I do. Yay! Stephanie in Texas says, 2 easy graphic blankets. One is done. 4 pocket remote control cat. Oh my goodness. Ice cream cozies. How cool. Those are cute. I'd like to see pictures. I wish I could have you guys post pictures here to show me what you guys are working on, because I'd love to see them. Unfortunately, YouTube doesn't allow that. Liz says, yes, it's terrible. I freeze it, do it that way. I'm altering sweater patterns. I can't believe the sweater sleeves work for anyone, no matter how loose the weave. Yeah. What I recommend is either a raglan style, if you're doing top-down sweaters all in one piece, or fitted sleeves, or even raglan sleeves in pieces. One of the sweaters I'm working on may have a raglan style I'm still fussing with the actual design of that particular sweater. So I'm not sure if it's going to be a top down, or if it's going to be a piece raglan, or if it's going to be even just fitted sleeves in pieces. I'm still leaning toward the pieces with the fitted sleeve, but we'll see. Yeah, no, I agree with you, Liz. The sweaters really irritate me when they're the tees like that. Okay. Renee is currently working on a test crochet pattern that uses short rows to shape sleeves. Oh yeah, that's another way to shape sleeves is short rows. I forgot about that. Yes, I haven't used that in a very long time, but yes, short rows are a great way to shape sleeves. Laura says, may I make a shameless plug for my GoFundMe? Yes, go ahead. Yes, Laura, as soon as you post it, I'll put it up on the screen. So yeah, absolutely. I'm glad to hear you. Yes, I'm shaping sleeves is so important. I think I just took a class from Edie Ekman on sweater design, and that was one of the things she talked about too. And so yeah, so even knitters are on the same wavelength as us as far as how shaping sleeves should be. regular sock weight. Since she has boots, she wears as well. I'm not sure. DK. Yeah, you're right. With socks for boots, yeah. In fact, I have shoes that I wear around the house. I don't know if I've ever mentioned this here, but in our old house several years ago, it was 2017. My husband and I put hardwood floors upstairs, and my office is in the basement. And we decided we were going to put hardwood on the stairs. And I slipped and fell the night he finished the stairs and damaged my foot. Just totally damaged my foot. Had surgery in 2018, all that stuff. But now I have indoor in-house socks that I mean, shoes that I wear inside the house so that I don't fall down the stairs. Even here, even though we have a rug on the stairs, I still I'm not comfortable not having shoes on anymore. So I had a pair of DK weight socks that stretched out my shoes. So yeah, so if it's something that's close fitting, I wouldn't recommend DK or heavier for socks at all. But if it's something loose, like snow boots that are loose, that kind of thing, maybe you could get away with DK. But I'm sure her work boots are probably tighter than that. Okay, Stephanie, I'll try to remember to post pics on Instagram. Yes, I'd love to see, because I follow, if I follow you, I will see them usually. I mean, I'm not on social media that much right now, but I try to get on at least once a day, just to kind of scroll through. I've got so much other stuff going on between the holidays and trying to get things finished and the crochet crew getting launched. Yeah. So there you go. Okay. And then Laura says, oh, you are. Oh, okay. That's cool. So you're kind of doing like the yarn over truck used to do in California. She just closed her truck because, it was just too much work for her. Her partner left. She bought out her partner, and there was too much work for her. Oh, but yes, I think you should totally do that. I know that Four Pearls in Tampa, I think, in Tampa, Florida does that as well. So I think that's great. Okay. So do you have a link for that, or do you have a website? I think that's great. Are you going to do both? You're going to do the store and the brick and mortar and the truck, or just the truck? I'm curious now. That's exciting. I'm excited. And bringing it. So are you going to go to because I know a lot of people like to do farmers markets. I know the Yarn Over Truck used to go to a brewery every month, one day every month, and they bring the truck and they'd be outside the brewery while people could shop and go have a beer if they wanted to. Are you going to work with other local yarn shops and do stuff? I know Yarn Over Truck used to do that as well. They would do, especially during yarn shop tours. She would work with shops on the tour that she could be in their parking lot on a certain day of the tour. So, and you said, let's see, our population is getting older and it seems to be a good idea. That is a good idea. I mean, honestly, I'm curious to know what your plans are for that. I don't know if you have a link to the GoFundMe so that we can actually look at it and find out more about what you're doing. I think that's exciting. So, I think a mobile yarn shop is a really cool idea. And I know somebody, who was it? It was recently, was also posting. Oh, it was somebody here in Washington on the Whidbey Island, created the free libraries that people put out in front of their house or in strategic places in their town. She's done a free yarn thing where people I have this leftover skein of yarn, and instead of trying to sell it or give it away or something like that, I would stick it in there, and if I wanted something, I could take out a thing. So that's an interesting idea too. I don't know if anybody else has that, but so far it's been working for her. She's on an island on the west side of the state in the Sound. So so I know that you have to take a ferry to get off the island. So it's probably a really cool thing for the people in town over there. So yeah. Yeah, working with other shops, Laura, is a really cool idea. Especially if you guys do yarn shop tours or that kind of thing. I do know that the Yarn Over truck used to travel the state. Because she was in Southern California, and now obviously California is a huge state. And she would do once a year during the summer, she would drive up north and go as far north as, maybe Sacramento or even up to Truckee. I don't know exactly where the top was. And then she'd work her way down back to Southern California, stopping at shops or different places. She'd make a trip plan. And, then she'd pull into a hotel and stay, overnight in a certain place and then drive to her next destination and do however long she's going to be there. And then drive to the next destination, that kind of thing, until she got back. It was usually about a week and a half to 2 weeks that she did that in California. And she had strategic places where she was stopping. So that's something to think about. Our shop does pop-up shops across North Dakota. Yeah, see, the pop-up shops are awesome. And then too, Laura, if this is another thing she used to do, is she would work with large events. Where they would actually bring, I know she did this with Stitches West and Stitches SoCal. She would actually bring the truck onto the vendor floor, the market floor, and do a pop-up shop in the vendor markets. So those are other things to think about if they're willing to do that for you in the local area. If there's one happening in Florida or, north of you or wherever, that's an idea. Our shop does pop-up shops. We normally go to the west side of the state that has no yarn stores. Also, northern South Dakota doesn't have any yarn shops either. I think that's smart. I think that's so smart to do pop-up shops. I've been noticing dyers are doing that too, doing pop-up shops in areas that don't have shops. They'll go to a farmer's market and do a pop-up there for people to do stuff, to get their yarns and things like that. So I think that's amazing idea. Amazing idea. In all seasons except deep winter. Yes, I can imagine. I wouldn't want to travel in deep winter either. not in that area anyway. I mean, that's a lot of snow and cold, but pop-up shops and that's having a mobile truck is awesome. So anyway, anybody else have anything they'd like to chat about? Linda, you've been so quiet. I hope you're feeling okay. If nobody else has anything to say, I may just go ahead and do my my drawing. But I just want to remind you guys really quick, if you want to win a copy of, I'm going to take the banner off the bottom. If you would like to win a copy of Morning Sunrise, just type in #sunrise. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to give you guys 5 seconds before I do the drawing. So hang on a second. Here we go. So if you want to enter to win, now's the time. So 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I'm going to draw. Here we go. Let's see who our winner is. Jet went in. Congratulations. I should actually do this one. This one is kind of cool. I've got some new little graphics that I can do. So congratulations, Jet went in. I'm trying to remember, do you have an account on my website? I cannot remember. So Jet went in. If you do not have an account, or if you do have an account, let me know in the chat. I'm just going to just leave that here for a second. If you don't, I'm going to need you to send me an email at Karen@KarenHooley.com. I'm going to check though, but congratulations, Jet went in. I will put the pattern in your account as soon as I know for sure whether or not you have an account on my website. If you don't, I will create one for you. I'll need your email address and your name in order to be able to do that. And then I can send you the pattern in your account for free. So Jet went in. I'm going to put, today's the 7th. I can't even believe it. So congratulations. I'm going to leave that there for a couple more seconds. Oops, I'm going to take off the little presents though, because those are starting to drive me crazy. Okay, so anyway, I just saw. Okay, so I'm going to take that off the screen. Anybody else have any questions for me? I'm just going to go ahead and sign off if you don't. But congratulations, Jet went in. Yeah, you always, I just saw Charlene, I forgot the hashtag. You have to have the hashtag, otherwise it doesn't register you. So that's so important, guys, the hashtag, if you want to enter to win. Anyway, that's it for me for this week. I'm going to be working on behind the scenes stuff. So we're doing that. Also, I should let you guys know I just got confirmed for a second event this next year. I'll be teaching live at. It will be in April, and I will be in Colorado. So if you're anywhere near Colorado and would like to take some live classes from me, or just come to an event, as soon as I am allowed to give you more details than that, I will be able to do that. But right now, that's all I can tell you. And but I am definitely going to be there, and I'll also be at Fiber Fusion in Monroe, Washington. So if you're anywhere near there or would like to come out to Fiber Fusion, I'll be teaching classes there as well. So and I'm pitching classes for another event in September. So be watching for that. If I do get accepted as a teacher for that event, I may be out that way. Anyway, that's about it, guys. So let me know if you have any questions. Otherwise, I'm going to go ahead and sign off. I hope you guys have a great week. I'm trying to think if there's anything else I need to tell you. I don't think so. So have a great week. I don't see any comments coming through. So have a great one, and I will talk to you all next time. Bye, y'all.